You know, I know it's for the sake of plot, but can't we just say like, why not just eviscerate your threat? Like, just go all out when they're not really prepared for it, instead
Where
of
are
giving
we?
them the build up.
What happened? At night time?
Fought.
Is Ricky
Like I said, I know it's for the sake of
Look at all the
plot, but
stars.
like,
So how do you feel about
We're
this
not
right here?
on Bionis anymore.
oh, the fact that he just eviscerated
land
the
or
existence of
sea
the
either.
planet they were on.
No, this
and
is
now
where it
they're just-
teleported them to.
Oh, so he just teleported them.
No, like that thing they went into teleported them to it. Now look at the landmark.
Saturn is the landmark.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Is nobody going to question how we're just running in space?
I mean, they're just like, what is going on? Or that we're about to just have to fight the spirit of Mumka! Get out of here!
right there.
You think you have anything on me? You were boss for a second. Remember when you caused me problems? Well, now you're nothing. Look at him, kill him. I'm gonna change outfits when this fight is over. Are we bouncing off? Because if we are, that would be really crazy. Oh, we're not. Wow, it really is just... Oh, spirit.
See your strength is the genuine article.
Let me change outfits and change party. I feel like if I'm gonna do this, I need Rhine. I need Fiora. I need... Just gonna change the outward look. I'm gonna put on the prodigal stuff on. Or I feel that is appropriate. Might as well put the cool stuff on. You know?
I mean, I'm here for it.
They did get really cool outfits, though. Like, what they did for them, fantastic. Good job, team.
Good job, team.
Like, Ryan's looks so cool. I like this. Don't know why exactly, but I do. Let's see. Yours is the soloist sets. I want the middle part so I can know what I'm actually going to do with it. That's yellow. That's the purple one. That's the white one. Purple one goes with your blades. I'm going to go with the white one though. Have you seen Ricky's prodigal set? Like his special little set thing that he gets? Look at him, he's a little dragon. Man, I have the hardest time figuring out which one I want unless I can see the base color for the actual outfit. That'll do. Yup. And now this man. Once again. This one. You know, I think I'd lose my mind if all these sets right here are just, like, hints of the next game's actual looks.
Oh, really?
Like, because I know they're working on other games, like, and one of them that
Go back to, what's her face?
Charlotte?
No. I do like hers, but I didn't pay attention to the other chick. Not
Fiora?
Yeah, her. Yeah, Fiora. I couldn't remember her name. Okay.
Fiora's design for this one looks like one of the designs that was planned for Xenoblade X. Like,
Gotcha.
straight up, it looks like one of those.
Okay.
And I imagine
Alright.
that's where it comes from. But yeah. Because everyone's like, their next game, because they keep on hinting at it, seems to be about, like, medieval times and dragons and such. But we'll see. But yeah, that's us. We're in Saturn's area right here. I have to select it. There we go. Jupiter. You feeling a theme here?
I mean, we're just gonna fight every boss that we had to fight.
You got any questions?
No, I don't see why I would have questions. I mean, this
Really?
seems like a typical game design. Fight your past enemies up to the final boss type deal.
I thought you'd at least have questions on the landmarks being literally planets that we never talk about.
I'm not gonna be able to draw a correlation to something like that. That's just random to me.
But it doesn't interest you at all?
I mean, planets are cool and all, but I mean, am I supposed to understand why the specific enemy applies to
No,
the
the
specific
enemy
planet?
doesn't matter. It's the planets
Okay.
that matter. Also, these are very high definition planets now.
Yeah.
They did a lot better.
100%.
These planets are moving in them. They were not, and they were kind of blurry.
So, I mean,
Mars.
what's the correlation to the planets as landmarks? What does that mean? Since you're bringing it up.
I mean, we've existed on the Bionis and the Mechonis, on a water world, basically. And, like, never have they ever brought up the solar system, ever.
Yeah, that's true. So bringing it up now doesn't give me any answers or anything anyway. So
That's true.
like, I don't know what I'm supposed to, like, how I'm supposed to correlate.
I'm just amazed you
anything
did.
with-
No, you're not supposed to correlate because there is nothing to correlate with right at this moment. But like,
Gotcha.
I'm amazed that you didn't have any questions like, why is this happening? What is going on?
I mean, like you said, they've never brought it up. So like, bringing it up now doesn't spike anything in me. Like, hey, am I supposed to put 2 and 2 together? This is just the one.
Oh God, you're
at this
yeah.
point.
No, I mean you're right. This is the one, but it's a big one. Like, child me was like, hey, wait a minute. Why are there planets that I like? Why are we? Where are we? Like, we're
Moon?
the moon.
Is this Earth's moon?
What do you know? Yes, it is Earth's moon. I was about to say, like, what other moon you know of? But, like, yeah, they're all moons. But, like, what other moon do you know that we just call the moon?
That is true. See,
Like, all the other ones have, like, legit names. Like,
Yeah, why is that? Why do we only call ours moon and we named every other moon?
our moon does have a name.
Is it Luna, right?
Yeah.
But
It's
like,
just, we just
we
call
just
it,
call it.
because it is
moon.
the moon. What do we care about the other planets we'll never see? Me and you will never go to those planets. Why should I care about those moons?
They're cool. Some of them, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But yeah, we just call ours moon because, I mean, do you want to tell every student and child, like, yeah, this one's Luna. Why is this one Luna? Because there's like a billion other moons.
Yeah, we had to come up with a name, so we did Luna. Oh, you remember that time period for this when we were learning about the solar system, where Pluto was a planet, and then years later they were like, actually, we take that back. Every one of you that have it ingrained that it's a planet, you're wrong now.
No.
I know we taught you that, but like we were wrong, and we're trying to correct it now.
I cannot wait to see which path you choose.
Oh no, I froze again.
Let us meet again.
Actually, we did
after
really
you
good
have
today.
made
This
your
is the
choice.
only freeze so far. So
What's a bad freeze to have? Can you see it now?
yeah, I can see it.
Okay, I was like, this is.
I just saw a big bang.
You're about to get answers.
Oh,
like
well, that was unfortunate.
No, you haven't missed anything, but you're getting
Okay.
to answers. Alvis is like, yo, what's up? And now, are you ready to fight
Welcome, Shulk.
this man as he got cooler?
That voice. It's
As he just achieves new levels.
But he
What
looks
even-
different.
He's wearing basically the Bionis as armor.
Use the body obtained from Shulk as a vessel in which to dwell for the next millennium. However, I came to possess a great and unexpected power.
Mayneth's Monado.
Correct. In addition to my own Monado, which you kept safe for me, I was also able to obtain a second weapon which holds the power of creation.
No, I don't
Now
remember
I
it looking like
possess
this.
all I desire.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
There is no longer any need for the life of Bionis. I must thank you indeed, Shulk. You were of more use to me than any of my disciples.
Ouch.
I'm confused
Now
though.
that
Why
I
is he
have
getting
the
rid of
Monados,
Bionis instead of
I
Mechonis?
can forgive you your betrayal.
He said there's no need for life on the
You gonna give
Bionis.
him a reward?
But isn't that his
Precisely.
world
Yeah,
version?
he's just
I
gonna make
will
another
So
one.
why-
He doesn't
as
care.
my new
He
disciple.
doesn't
Okay.
care.
You will be
You're just
granted
playthings.
eternal life, an unimaginable strength. Death will be but a fleeting afterthought.
Are you so arrogant to believe that the High Entia... No. All life on Bionis are nothing but your playthings.
Playthings.
Yes. You don't know how it feels to have slain my brethren after they had transformed into Telethia.
What are you talking about? A Telethia is a High Entia's true form. I did not transform them. I returned them. The Telethia are mere cells from my body. I conferred intelligence upon them on a mistaken whim, creating a primitive life form, the High Entia. They enjoyed a brief
Primitive life form.
existence as
They're like the
sentient
most
beings.
advanced life form on our
that,
world, and they're
they should be
primitive.
grateful.
Sheesh.
It's just
What does that-
like, how
what does that
conceited
say
can
to
you
us?
be?
Arrogance of a creator.
As I planned,
How
the life
freaking
of Bionis existed
conceited can you be to be
simply
like,
serve
yeah,
as
I
my
don't even
vessels
consider you things. You're just
and my
literally
food.
tiny cells.
Bionis
You're below
is
playthings.
nothing more
You're all just
than
mistakes.
An accumulation of their corpses and life energy.
But though you feign omnipotence, the High Entia still confined you to Prison Island. That is how limited you are.
Confined me. I was merely resting there for a while.
Sheesh.
I was wounded in the battle with Mayneth's vessel. I simply awaited the day when a new vessel, revealed to me in a vision, would be born.
Until I was born.
Precisely. I intended to inhabit your body and once again do battle with Mayneth. However, I had no idea that I would defeat her so easily.
Mayneth.
Oh, wait.
You did a great deed in granting me a new Monado. I will gladly take you as my new disciple, Shulk.
Never! I don't want to be your vessel or your disciple. I just want to
I'll
live
point my
my
blade
life
back
as
at
a
I know, right?
You were just cooler, but I still have one.
That is most regrettable. You could have entrusted
Look at his feet.
all to
He don't
me
even have
and
feet.
obtained peace.
They're blades.
But perhaps
He is the
vision of
ultimate
mortals
life
will
form.
ever remain limited. Using one's power to change the world. That is a right possessed only by gods.
Is that why you laid waste to Mechonis?
Of course. Along with the beings called Machina, who followed Mayneth. They had evolved and become insolent under her protection.
So you're saying us Homs are next in line, eh?
You are correct. You yourselves have proven that Homs are a dangerous species. How unfortunate. I had a desire for friendship. But
No.
granting intelligence to the lives I created was a mistake.
No.
A
Come
god
back.
should not long for friendship. You're wrong!
You didn't want friends, you wanted pets.
chose to exist alongside us.
Please. What?
She grew to consider us her friends. You should have accepted that. But what you were hoping for was not friendship. You wanted worthless slaves.
Or that
Our
one.
lives as food. Just as I
What is
suspected,
going on?
it appears that I was mistaken to grant free will. However, all will soon be over. The Telethia will exterminate all life on Bionis. I will then create a new world. Just as I have done many times before. We will not allow it. We cannot. We will stop you!
Good to know. I like how it's like, would you like to change anything? Like equipment-wise or anything else? I guess I could add gyms to people, but that would legit be another thing I'd have to add and do. And at this point, we should be a-okay.
I shall wipe you from this world and bring forth this demise!
What a statement. Also, look at his health. Look at his level. Look at that level. Look at him summoning new things.
I don't know what happened, but
What are these things even called?
I missed the
Sansa
last
Guardians.
part
Alright.
of that conversation, and I just came back for a battle. So
So how do you feel about all that nonsense?
can you hear me, sir? Because I can't hear you.
Hold up. Windbreak.
Can you hear me now?
I sure can.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, I didn't hear a word.
I got, like, I don't know what happened, but the stream just, like, totally crashed on my end, and, like, in the middle of the conversation, yeah.
Dang.
So I missed after I had made the comment about the swords, I missed the rest of that conversation, and then I left, came back, and the stream came up, but then I couldn't hear you, so I had to leave and then come back again, and so
Okay.
I missed.
Well, gist of it is they're like, yeah, your whole reason for thinking. He's like, yeah, I just want to be friends with everybody. I just wanted friendship. And it's like, no, that's not what you wanted. You wanted legit slaves. And I've now lost. Jesus Christ, this is tough.
Because his power is infinite.
It really is.
It's unknown.
Yeah, alright. Well, if he's gonna have unknown power, I'm gonna have unknown power. Forget you.
Unknown power, just boost himself to 85.
Yeah, unknown power, boost myself to 85. I'm not about to struggle. I can't go train anywhere. I literally am stuck here. Look at that level. It's infinite. And on that note, it's infinite. I don't know what else to say to that.
Is that a sun behind you guys?
What? That's the sun over there. I mean, I don't really care for it. But yeah, having to deal with all these stupid little Zanza Guardians over here doing their own little things. Oh wait, they are weak. These guys have a little level. Let me get rid of y'all, because you are nuisances, but not strong ones. You can all get out of here. That's one. Now it's gone. Now I will focus on you. Let's see if I can topple you. I probably can't. I don't even know why I tried. You know what? We're not even going to do that. We're not going to mess around with that. We're just going to inflict as much damage as I can.
Okay, my turn. You're not done yet.
Okay, my turn.
Oh. Yup. Chain attacks are fun. Chain attacks are just fun.
That was an insane amount of
Yeah, I've done higher. Yeah, what?
Jeez.
I know, it's hilarious. It gets to the point where it's like, okay, you should not have let me get this powerful, person. Because, you know, when we were playing at certain points, it was like, okay, the toppling won't stop. Like, you're just...
Yeah.
It's to that level where chain attacks can just keep on happening forever. Like, if you have the proper setup, like, let's say you're surrounded by enemies, you can literally use that to just keep your chain attack up and going forever, because the moment it goes down, you can just activate it again.
Jeez.
And it's hilarious. Like, you just don't give people breaks.
You mere vessels dare to oppose the will of a god. Then I shall obliterate everything with my unimaginable power.
But you let them build up to this point. See, you should have led with this.
Every time. Like, the downfall of every single JRPG god as he ascends again.
What kind of ascension is that?
Let's see, listen.
Behold the true form of a united world.
This is what he's probably going to make the next world look like. It's like, this is nasty. I'm switching. I'm switching people.
I'm switching.
Dunban, and go with Melia, because at least I'll have 2 healers now, and 1 dude who can draw aggro and not have problems. But while I'm doing that, let me bump him up. Alright.
Only the divine may shape the future.
What a statement. Only God should have a choice. Forget you. Like, a proper Dunban chain attack build will do the most damage of anything ever. Like, it will just destroy all. I can keep on going. 264,000.
Mine is the one true Monado, instrument of destruction.
Okay, he's got too many buffs on him. Oh, you see that? He's got like 4 blues, 3 reds.
Yep.
Let me just remove enemy buffs. There we go. Gone.
Gone.
Not having to deal with that for a second.
How can you have visions? You no longer possess the Monado. I don't know. It comes from the bottom of my heart. It shows me my enemy. It reveals the future I must change.
The future we see is not set in stone. There are infinite possibilities based on the paths we choose. You should be well aware of this notion, for that is how you have always existed.
That is a right for gods, and gods only!
Then you shouldn't have raised me to be a god.
Yeah, like legit.
It isn't whether you can see the future or not. It's the will to make a choice, and the strength to
This man's
seize
having a whole
your
monologue
destiny.
in midair.
Our time has come. Our destiny is our own. Can it be?
Yes.
Oh, that is an amazing
Yes!
Monado. Wait!
Finally.
Freedom to choose the path
And now you see it.
and
That is an amazing Monado.
The true Monado.
How can this have happened? You are mere mortals.
There was always a third Monado. You should have known this. And at this point, I am infinite. I am powerful. I'm gonna switch back to the people. I am powerful. I will not die. I probably will, but I got a cool blade.
I will destroy you.
How do you feel about the blade?
It's great. What do you mean?
It's amazing. This man is going to melt.
Just chunking you.
Let's see. Let's go for the sign attack. A little stab in the side.
A little poke on the side
A
there.
little spin a move. Blade. Oh, what's this? I get to go again? Shocker. Let's see. Let's go with backslash. Let's go with a nice sword drive. Finish that off with a behind. Done. What a fun fight.
That wasn't even a fight.
Yeah.
The power of a god cannot be overcome.
Oh.
Zanza, this is the providence of the world. Even gods are merely beings restricted to the limited power determined by providence. That power, although great, is not unlimited.
That voice. Albus! How dare you disobey me? Ah!
I am Monado. I was here at the beginning, and I will proclaim the end.
But
Sheesh.
I know, right? Like, ooh.
It is time for you to choose. Does this world belong to Zanza, or does it belong to you?
that is something I decided long ago.
Alvis is like, yo, I am the god's god.
That explains why Alvis has always had that.
Today, we use our power to fell a god, and then seize our destiny.
Oh, this seems.
How do you tell your grandkids this story?
How do you live up to anything afterwards? Yup.
Just slice that man like
In
butter.
twain.
Is faded. The memory of a god's existence, born from the chaos of creation. It is vanishing.
That man Alvis was like, by the way, I am the Monado, so like,
Okay, here you go.
The reason I don't choose a side is just because, like,
Look at that.
there's no need. I'm there regardless.
Oh yeah. And let's answer some questions.
Where am I?
This is my home.
Your home.
But that's Earth.
Let's begin the experiment. Whose voice was that?
It is Zanza, before he became a god, when he was simply a man of flesh and blood.
Wait a
No!
minute.
The events have not been confirmed! It's too dangerous!
And that voice. It's Mayneth. Ridiculous! It's perfectly safe. We are about to bear witness to the birth of a universe. Once, only a god could perform such a miracle. But today, mankind moves one step closer to the divine.
Wait, they created a universe around Earth, or they changed Earth into a new universe?
Wait for it.
Why would someone want to do that?
The curiosity of a single man that destroyed the universe and created a new one. A new universe. Your world was born. And so, two
Become a god.
gods came into existence. Zanza and Mayneth were lonely, so they created life in their own image.
And that was how we were born.
As the world advanced to each further stage, it was inherited by generations of different life forms. But over time, Awareness of Zanza faded. Zanza feared this. In order to escape his own annihilation, he wished for a world in a perpetual cycle of destruction and recreation.
Bionis being filled with life, and the Telethia coming to wipe it out. It was all the will of Zanza.
It was. But the truth of the matter is that he longed for friendship.
His future, and our future. It might have been possible for them to coexist.
Correct. However, that time has passed. The old god was defeated by the new god that he himself created.
New god?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't realize, homie?
That is why I appeared before you, Shulk.
You getting promoted.
Alvis, what are you?
I am the administrative computer of a phase transition experiment facility. But that will mean little to you.
Right,
To
like...
you, I am a machine. That is my original form.
Alvis?
This world is stagnant. It has expired. Therefore, I will ask you, its new god. What is your wish? Will you allow the world to continue to stagnate? Or will you allow it to evolve to the next level? The choice is yours to make.
Bro, evolution is never a bad thing.
But this is
the
a
way
big.
we
This is a lot of pressure.
Stop Zanza having his way, that's all.
Like, yo, you decide
I
fate.
cannot be a god.
Too right. You're great and all, but there's no way you're a god.
Everyone.
Look, don't worry, Shulk. None of us want to be gods anyway. And I don't really know what the future holds, but we just want to live our life as it comes.
Eating grub, sleeping, laughing, crying, sometimes arguing. Sounds all right.
Yes, he's right. And being with the ones we love, that's enough. Even so, we change little by little. Every day is a little different from the last. We do not know what the future will hold.
More fun not knowing. Ricky want to have fun.
Life's little surprises are what makes it great. We don't know what's going to happen. It's worrying sometimes, but it's also
So
exciting.
this is the birth of our
Don't you
world that we
think?
live in currently, huh?
Yeah.
They were like, yeah,
Isn't
let's
that
just
called
drop all the
progress?
future stuff.
Aren't we all
Let's
continuously
drop all the
evolving?
magical stuff. Let's just make regular people. Everybody's
I'm not sure
normal.
we need a more dramatic
Well, Earth
change
is
than
gone.
that.
Yeah, but he gets the
Yeah.
ability to create a new universe.
You're
so
right.
Yeah, because this one's
Little by
done,
little.
and you
Each
destroyed
day
the
as it
thing
comes.
holding it together, basically.
That's how we should live.
But that doesn't mean you have to go
That's
back.
our world.
no, it wouldn't be going back. It's going forward. I mean, technically, he don't know what Earth is.
Forgive my presumptuousness, but I recreated their personalities from your consciousness.
Alvis, it sounds like you don't think I can make my own decisions. I'm supposed to be the god.
Apologies. However, I have good reason. This world has little time remaining if left in this state. Have you made your decision? The choice is yours, Creator. Tell me your decision for the future of this world.
I won't decide. The future should be decided by each and every person in the world. And so, what we wish for is a world with no gods.
There's gotta be some people freaking out about what's going on there.
Bruh. Ain't nobody
Here
gonna
we
freak
go.
out.
So how'd you feel about that part? Amazing, huh?
Yeah, it was actually really good. Oh, look at them all living together.
Hi, how are you?
You idiot! Are you trying to kill me? I'm really sorry, Colonel. Sorry? What do you mean, sorry? Squad jumps around the entire colony. 50 laps! Now! Please,
Jeez. So isn't this the beginning of the game? Except
yes.
everyone's here now?
So you can take the materials to District 4.
I mean,
the restoration's coming along nicely.
Thanks to Melia and Vinea. The High Entia and Machina have some amazing technology.
We are happy to help. To live alongside one another in harmony. After all, I have no doubt this is what
y'all about
Lady
to
Mayneth
make
and
babies.
Egil would have wanted.
Here, here. And may it last forever.
Dunban,
Fiora, what is it?
have you seen Shulk?
Oh, he just left. I don't know where he's gone, but he was with Ryan and the others.
Okay, thank you.
Fiora?
Yes?
you saw a man doing squat jumps?
Yeah.
Good luck.
If you're looking for Shulk, he is not here.
Amazing. It's like you've got eyes in the back of your head. What were you looking at? The sea?
I wasn't looking at anything in particular. If anything, Fiora, I was thinking. Thinking about the future that awaits us all.
Wow. You're so much more thoughtful than me.
Really? I don't think so. I was just answering your question.
But I know what you mean. You're right. We've been through a lot.
Yes. We have. I am grateful to all of you. It is because I met you that I experienced
Can I
so
ask
much.
why we're in first person
And
perspective of
It is the
Fiora?
reason I am
That'll be
here
explained.
now.
Okay.
Yes. We're happy you're
I,
here
know,
too.
it
I
just
knew
threw
that was
me
going to
off,
be
like,
your question
spent
because we played this whole game like a certain way, and now it's like, why won't you show us this
I'm
character?
glad I met you.
Right.
And I you.
Well, this does not take place right after the end of the game.
Okay.
This is
gotcha.
like, I want to say almost a year afterwards, I think.
Okay.
Ryan! Go, Ryan! Oh, Ricky really hungry!
Put your back into it, Ryan. Are you
The man
okay?
fell in the water. Did you at least get the fish, homie?
He took everyone with him.
He's getting dragged. I thought he was getting dragged by the fish. Hold on.
It's salty. What's up with the water being so salty?
Ryan, you're terrible at this. When was the last time you fished? Oh, Ryan, bad fisherman. Ricky won't eat big fish.
Give us a break. You try next time, Furball.
Oh, fishing is Ryan's job. Ricky's job is eating.
Dang.
So the water
Hang on
is
a
salty
sec.
now.
Isn't Ocker gonna have
So
a
it's a
massive
sea.
go at you
Mhm,
if you don't
which
go
they
back
never
to her
had.
with 14 fish to feed all your little pond?
Oh, Ricky forgot. Wifey pond very angry if not catch more fish.
It ain't me she's gonna be angry with.
No, Ryan, catch fish! Catch fish now! Oh, fish!
My man's out there chilling by his lonesome.
I love the music in this game. it's
Here
so
you are. The breeze feels so good.
does.
Hey, she doesn't look robotic anymore.
But she's not.
Congrats to her. She found her humanity.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Oh, that hairstyle. It looks good on you, that's all. Yeah.
Really? Oh, I was thinking about growing it out, but... Hey, which do you prefer?
Both, of course.
Oh, come on. What am I supposed to say to that?
Sorry. Okay. It's great like that. Don't change it.
I'd forgotten what it feels like to do this. I wonder what the future has in store for us.
Who knows?
Marriage.
I'm sure it will be full of ups and downs.
Ups and downs?
I don't know what the future holds. But that means I can imagine the possibilities. We can achieve anything we put our minds to.
Yeah. You're right.
Even becoming another god?
Do you remember
No more of those.
Alvis said to us the last time we saw him?
Yes, of course.
Shulk. This new world is boundless. It is home to not only you, but many forms of life. I can see it. In this world, all life will walk towards the future, hand in hand.
So does Alvis just stop existing at this point, since there's no Monado?
I hope I can meet them all. The people of this endless world.
Me too.
I don't
We
know,
will.
honestly.
I know it.
Because, I mean, Leon being the Monado, Alvis is literally
We'll face our
a
future
computer.
together.
He's an AI.
Yeah, and he creates the universes.
Yes, but Shulk only wished for a world without gods.
Yeah.
He didn't. Alvis doesn't consider himself a god.
Well, of course not, because he knows he's a computer.
Also, how do you feel about all this new stuff? New places.
That was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a good game. So the other ones, the other games, they're not based off of a Monado wielder, are
What? No. But yes, but no. Like, okay, so here's how this goes. And I think we've talked about this. You can play any of them in any order you want, and you'll reach the same conclusion after you've played all three.
they? Okay, so
There's
it's
literally
like,
a Xenoblade 2, but you could play that one before Xenoblade 1, and you'd still be okay.
yeah. You said there like you can play them in any order,
Mm-hmm.
but how does that? I mean, how does that correlate to the?
I couldn't
guess
tell you without
the story
spoiling.
of the.
I could tell you
Bas-
X's stuff, because X is really devoid from stuff, and we only have, like, an idea of what's going on. But 2 and 1, talking about them while you haven't seen it, is still considered spoiling, because it does do stuff.
So does that mean 2 correlates to 1, or?
Yes and no. It's weird.
Oh my goodness!
I know,
bro.
I know. It's
What is wrong with this franchise?
it is the
Like,
most amazing.
the
Like, you know
first
how?
game-
Okay, no.
If you make a sequel, it's supposed to be a sequel.
Yes, and you would think that. But you know how you had that whole reaction once we went to, like, you saw the Earth stuff and you saw, like, Klaus, Zanza doing that stuff? You get that same moment in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 where it's like, oh, it all makes sense now. I get it. But it's even bigger. The moment
even bigger?
It's bigger
What do you
if
mean? How does it get bigger than we became a god and just created a new universe?
it is ridiculous. The people that make this are madmen. let's start there. But it's like, because he's done this before, like, this isn't his first Xeno franchise. There's actually 2 more. There's Xeno Saga and there's Xeno Gears. And those have nothing to do with one another, except that they are still related by the Xeno stuff. To the point where the Xeno stuff starts popping up in the other games too. This one's pretty devoid of it, bearing a few things, but the second one, there are literal characters in it that only existed in the Xenogears and Xenosaga stuff that are technically not owned by that company, that's just like, yeah, we're gonna use them. And I was like, yes, do it. Because it's really, really cool. Because the franchise, the guy who made it, he was like, or the dude in charge, he's like, my whole dream and goal was to make a series that could be like comparable to how it was for like Star Wars. You had all this twists, turns, drama, sci-fi stuff. But like, the first times he did it, he didn't get to complete that stuff. He didn't get to make his whole franchise. Ran out of money. There was a lot of production issues. I think it was like co-produced by Microsoft, and I think, who else was he with? It wasn't Capcom. It was Namco Bandai. And so like there was a bunch of issues there, and then they got bought by Nintendo, and so they started with this stuff. So if anything, we're just like, okay, this will probably be a 6-franchise series, and then we'll all understand what's going on by the end, hopefully. Like, everyone's got expectations of what they think is going to happen. I have expectations, and I'm really hopeful of what's going to happen. It's just like, we're 3 games in, and we are 3 more to go, and I'm like, oh, 3 or 7, or 3 or 4, depending on how they want to do this, but like, it seems like we're on a clear path of what the 3rd for Xenoblade is going to be. But like, you'd need to play the second one to see that one. X is kind of like on the side right now. It's not really important to the story. Little bits and pieces are, but not so much. But 1 and 2 are what our main focus are, because we have more of an idea what's going on.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's crazy. I love it so much, and I wish I could talk about 2 with you, but I can't.
It's fine.
But there's good news now. Now we are in uncharted territory.
How so?
Because
you've played 2.
No, I never played this new stuff for this game. This game's not done.
Oh, okay.
We still have the DLC, or the expansion nonsense called Futures Connected, which takes place a year after this game ends.
Okay.
And now I'm just like, man, I hope it doesn't spoil stuff for 2, because that's the fear.
Gotcha. Well, then you'd have to play it without me to find out.
Nope, we're playing it together. We're both going to find out.
But I don't know anything about 2.
Exactly. So it should be fine.
So if it spoils for
I don't
me,
think
how
it does. I don't think it will. Unless I tell you, you won't know it's a spoiler. That's the thing. I could have told you Zanza's real name was Klaus, and you would never have known. All kinds of stuff. So here's all the stuff for cleared data. My money will carry over. My key items will not. All other items will carry over. And that's different, actually. Because when this game first came out, I was like, oh, you can transfer like these 20 items. And I was like, no.
20 items.
I have hundreds. Achievements will carry over. Achievement trials cannot be carried over. Affinity chart cannot be carried over. Quests cannot also be carried over. Okay, that's fine.
Wait, you lose your affinity chart?
Yup. That's fine. I was going to have to do that anyways. You now holds the true Monado, and so will not receive the Monado again in subsequent playthroughs. You will just start with this. This is why I couldn't New Game Plus our game the first time, because then you just see this at the beginning. And be like, wait a minute. What is this? It's like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Let me clear this out. Right here. Go. Clear. Don't worry about it. Are you sure you want to return to the tile screen? Yes. Alright. So, that could technically be it for the day.
Alright, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, and the next one will just be us doing Future Connected. And I don't know how long that is, but I'm not going to touch it till we do this again. So,
okay.
New stuff. And here's your new title screen, which they never showed for the other game. That's different.
Cool deal.
Cool.
Just them chilling on the docks at the New World, huh?
No.
So, none of their memories were wiped. They all get to remember. That's actually really nice.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, I guess
I
it's to
like
help
that.
make sure they don't make the same mistakes. Because, like, I mean, why not?
Yeah, well, that's what I like about it. Because when you think about it, like, anytime someone has presented the scope that they just did, and then they're like, you know what, let's just make it to where it never happened.
Yeah, no, everything still happened.
Everything just, yeah, so I like this. I like that they get to keep their memories. The journey, the stuff that they experienced, it's all still there. Like, once again, like, how do you explain your life story to your grandchildren? Yeah, I was a god for about 5 minutes. I killed a god and became a god simultaneously. Rewrote existence entirely.
And then said I was bored of being a god.
Like, all your kids are gonna tell you is like, no way, Grandpa, you're lying. And then it's the truth. Like,
that's the truth. And anyone you talk to will be like, yep, Shulk did that. Because they all know Shulk, what Shulk did. They were all there for that.
Crazy.
They were all there for the destruction of their world and the birth of a new universe.
And they just, like...
And none of your kids will ever live up to that hype, ever.
Exactly, it's like, so yeah, you can be anything you want, but you can't be a god. Like, it's impossible. That's not something we do anymore.
All of life is downhill from now.
Like, jeez. Bro, that is peak human existence right there.
That is just peak existence, beyond humanity.
Well, I guess we can't say beyond humanity because humanity caused that world to exist in the first place.
Yeah, true. I mean, they're not even human. They're not humanity, they're Homs.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if this changes.
What is this?
This is going around everything, and this is Prison Island.
Okay.
But, like, does this stuff change, or is it just gonna be how it is? Because this stuff doesn't appear in the sequence when you've got the game. It might just show Prison Island. That's weird. That's different.
Isn't that where he was chained up at?
Mm-hmm. That was pretty quick. Yeah, so, like, everyone just lives where they live now. They're just all together. I like it. I think it's cool.
I mean, yeah, like I said, I think I like the fact that it's everyone still remembers. There's no one gets left out in this particular journey. Everyone remembers their pain and
all the suffering, and they grow from it.
Exactly.
Because, like, if you just wiped the world and then just started it over and just made it like, okay, the gods never existed, but everything keeps on going. I mean, Fiora would never become Cyborg Lady. Ryan and Charlotte would never have met. Melia would have just gone on living, away from everybody else and probably ostracized because she's half. And, like, I guess Dunban would still have both of his arms usable, thus making him the main character, and they would never have met Ricky. There's a lot of stuff that the only reason this world exists is because of the bonds they've made. So erasing those makes this whole world useless and pointless.
Exactly.
So I'm like, great. You did it. You didn't destroy what the reason was. And you can see them building new stuff, too. Like, that's a new canon that they are working on.
That's a cannon? I thought it was just a tower.
No, it's one of the cannons. Like, they have all those little cannons that they were shooting at the beginning of the game. That's a new one.
But why would they need that now?
I mean, who knows? They know they're not alone in the world. I mean, military's got to spend that budget.
That's true. You know, we may all live together now, but, you know...
Just in case.
Since we did create an entire new universe, who knows what is going to come after us.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's completely fair. And,
rather be prepared and not use it than not prepared and need it.
Yep. And they're building little ramps so they can fish because, like, as Ryan said, the water's salty, so now the environment's changed. Who knows what animals are actually out there? I don't know, like...
A shark. They're going to experience their first shark and be like, what the...
What is that?
I'm like, big fish.
What is that?
I don't think we want to. I don't think we want to mess with that fish. Killer whales,
alligators, all kinds of stuff that could have existed before now can exist again.
Bro, I'm not going in the sea in a world like that. Nah. In a world like that, nah.
And Alvis all around is just like, yeah, so, like, there's
See, in my world, I already know about them, but in a world where everything else outside of my current existence is unknown, nah. Nah. I'm not taking the chance. Nah.
Especially since Alvis literally confirms, oh yeah, there's aliens. There's other worlds out there with other people on them, and now it's your turn to go and explore it. Like, that's the next step. And I'm like, okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, do you think... So, I know that 2 it doesn't take place with these characters anymore. Their arc is done currently. Yes. Xenoblade 2 is different characters, right? So do you think the story is going to try and tie them together for something even bigger?
Yes.
Okay.
With how everything follows all the other ones, it seems like eventually they will all meet up in some form or fashion officially.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And that would be great. And you'll get why that is once we actually get into 2. Yeah. But, like, that's not going to be for a bit, because this is a long one. This was long. This was longer than I think you generally play for your games. Like...
Yeah, like I said, I mean, most of my games are... I mean, outside of... Well, I guess based off of how we're playing, maybe not, because I don't take... Like, typically... I try not to take breaks because if I take a break, I find it that much harder to get back into it. So like when I played Sekiro, like I played for back-to-back days for multiple hours, not just like 2 hours and then
take into account
like you did background grinding, but like
yes,
I'm talking
that would have been
like
grinding.
When I started, I was like from start, like I could have started at noon and didn't stop until 10 type deal. Like, I would play for, like, in one sitting, I would play that long, and then I would do that back-to-back days until I finish type deal.
So, like, this game, on average, for, like, first-time players and everything, will be about 50 to 60 hours of playtime.
And that makes sense, which...
And to get, like, 100%...
For me...
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, well, no, for me, that makes sense, because if like I said, if I did the math for Sekiro... it took me about a week. I think on Neo, I have like 96 hours played, and I'm only halfway through that game, technically, because there's 6 areas, and I'm only on Neo, I'm only on the 3rd area for my main character, but I have 96 hours invested into the game on one character, and 72 hours invested on the 2nd character.
Yeah, so... Are those the longest games you've played? Because how's your Dark Souls time look?
I don't remember my Dark Souls time. I mean, I've played all the way through Dark Souls. I completed Dark Souls 3. I should have gone back and tried to find the other, like, the secret bosses and stuff. Or I wasn't aware that there were secret bosses. I didn't understand Dark Souls when I first got into it as one of those games where... the bosses can be anything type deal. I didn't find that out until I started like seeing YouTube videos on it, and they were like fighting these bosses. I was like, I didn't see that boss in my playthrough. What
is that thing? Yeah,
exactly. So I should have definitely gone back, but now that I know that's how it is, you know, for future games, I'll be able to keep up with that stuff.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Bloodborne. I did really well with Bloodborne. So the Souls franchise is probably the longest game franchise that I've played as far as investing hours into it. Anything Souls-based was probably the longest timeline game that I've ever played, yes.
Yeah, so like... Yeah. A lot of the games I play are generally just, like, they're this long. Like, I'm playing games for a while, and it's like, I gotta get through this one, I gotta get through that one, it's crazy. But, then you get shorter games, like, Bayonetta was not that long. Bayonetta was, like, a few... It didn't take that long. It was, like...
No, it didn't take that long.
It was not nearly as long as it's trying to get through this. This took a while. But, and that's... You get those ends of it, and we'll probably go for that next, instead of trying to do something super long like this. Because this you do need a break. Like, I feel like you're gonna want to process all the stuff that happened, so then it's in your head a little bit, and we still have stuff to do before we go to like 2 or X, you know.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. And I imagine you still probably will have some questions that you'll think of, like, why did this have to be this way, or what was this thing, or what happened to these characters. And it's like, I mean, I'll explain it as I can. Because, I mean, I can stare at the big old book of, like, knowledge that is the, reference guide to everything for this game, like the secret Monado stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, so that's there, this is there, this is there, this is there. Okay, I understand that, and then that. And you get all the developer thoughts and people's thoughts.
Yeah.
And, like, why they did that, but I don't think... You don't have that reference. So, I can answer those questions. I've just been waiting for us to get to the end of this game so I could answer those questions. Like, the idea of Fiora being normal, you don't find that out in the game. You find that out in, like, the book.
Gotcha.
Like, they explain, like, okay, yeah, it took a year, yada yada. There's stuff in Xenoblade X that is story-related that you don't find out unless you bought the freaking model toys.
Oh, wow.
And you're just like, why would you do this? They didn't release anywhere but Japan. But
it's funny.
Yeah, it's great. So, yeah, we'll get into that.
This is a nice backdrop here.
Oh, it's great. I'm gonna make it.
I do like that.
It's gonna be one of my animated backdrops for my computer.
I'd do that.
Yup, because it's so good.